I've got a lot of news updates here, and this is a collection of updates from various projects in the Cardano space. So there's a lot to go through. I'll put chapter markers down below there for you guys. So jump to the topics that you're most interested in. It actually helps me find out what you actually want to hear about as well. But there's a lot of cool new projects coming up in this update, so make sure you check them out as well. Let's get into it. Like always, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe, notification bell if you haven't done so already on your way in. Helps with the reach of this video, and I really appreciate you guys if you do that. Let's get into these updates. This first one here is from Eternl, and this is about Flint Wallet. So a while back, the Milkomeda team mentioned that the Flint Wallet was being sunsetted. They weren't going to do new updates for the Conway era, this governance era of Cardano. They weren't going to add in any of these new features, and they're slowly sunsetting it and turning off all the servers, etc. And this unfortunately has affected a couple of other projects out there. And we were one, my team was working on our CardanoPress plugin, and we're testing things out and noticed that things were down today. And this is a PSA from Eternl, and they had various features within their wallet as well, which allowed people to use Eternl wallet to interact with the Milkomeda chain. And unfortunately now, because of those services that Flint Wallet was running, because they're down now, Eternl isn't working either. So users that are trying to interact with the Milkomeda network using various Cardano wallets, you're going to find some issues now. So this is really unfortunate at the moment. You probably will only be able to use the Milkomeda network with a EVM-based wallet like MetaMask, and then bridge your assets over. So now is a good time. If you have any assets over on Milkomeda, investigate what is still working, what is still active, and move assets around accordingly based on the amount of risk that you are wanting to take there. If Milkomeda does get shut down, then you will have assets on there that will get stuck. I haven't heard of any news or updates around Milkomeda completely shutting down yet, so I wouldn't panic just yet, but keep your eyes and ears peeled on any announcements about that too. Now, in regards to stake pool operations and stuff, the new node version had been released, and this is node version 9.2.1. I was going to upgrade to 9.2, but this 9.2.1 came out, and it's recommended that stake pool operators upgrade to this, as well as the latest version of Mithril signers. Now, this will help other stake pool operators get up to speed with the latest version of the Cardano node and sync the chain a lot faster. So if any stake pool operator out there can become a Mithril signer, I highly encourage you to do so. There's only about 100 and I think it was 180 or so Mithril signers out there. I have to double check those numbers, but I'll put links down below so you can actually see which stake pools are Mithril signers. But it's really good thing for the ecosystem in general. So I highly encourage anyone to run that if they're a stake pool operator. But we're all upgraded, and we have currently 52.7 million ADA staked to our pool, which is fantastic. And I just want to take a moment to thank everyone out there for delegating to ADA Oz. You do earn your ADA rewards on there, and you also get some tokens from the Tokyo Pay team at the moment. So as soon as that token generation event happens after their token sale, you'll be able to access those tokens by claiming them through their platform. They haven't told us those details yet, but you will be able to claim those tokens very soon. So look forward to that. And if anyone's delegating, you get access to those tokens too. Now, another thing that you should be doing is checking where your ADA is delegated to. And I was really surprised to see this, but I do know that these various stake pools here, let me just zoom in for you guys. But Goat Stake Pool, I've mentioned in previous videos, they retired recently. They had a massive amount of ADA on their pools. And it wasn't just one pool. They've got 3 pools, and it totaled, I think, over 70 million ADA on their pools. I can't remember the numbers exactly, but it was such a large amount. It just confused me why they would retire their pools at that point in time with so much delegation at stake. But it's good to see that people have been moving their stake from those various pools to other ones. But have a look at all this. These are all the stake pools that have retired. The Genius Yield pools have been down for years now, but people are still delegating to them. So people are delegating and not checking back in on the ecosystem. Maybe they've lost their wallets, whatever it might be. But do check where you're delegating your ADA and make sure you're still earning your ADA rewards. It's kind of important. The scary thing here is, check out this one here. I mentioned this one as well, but this is Emurgo's pools. When they're shuffling pools around, I don't know why they're doing this, but they've got Emurgo and Yoroi pools here. They total 132.5 million ADA in their pools here. They've all retired and they're moving to new pools that they've set up. And if you're not checking your ADA here, and obviously they haven't, they notified everyone about a month ago, and there's still a lot of ADA here that isn't moving. So please check where you're delegated to and move it to an appropriate pool. This kind of activity is a little bit of a worry for the governance era of Cardano as well. So if the ADA is very sticky in regards to where it's being delegated to for a stake pool, the same is going to happen for DREPs and those people that are voting on behalf of the Cardano community. It means that if DREPs are aligning, it means that if a DREP is voting in a particular way and you do like them at that point in time, maybe in the future they may change their mind and vote a completely different way and not align with your voting preference. And as a result, there'll be a lot of ADA being voted all over the place without people really understanding or knowing what their ADA is being used for. So it's really important to check in where your ADA is staked to in terms of stake pool, and then also now in terms of DREPs and where your ADA voting power is being delegated to as well. So do check out all those aspects. It's a very important thing in the Cardano space. Now here you can see on cexplorer.io/retired-delegation, you can see all the pools here. This is what I was showing in the screenshot before, but you can go to this website and check out all the pools here, and you can keep scrolling. Oh my gosh, there's so many here. And some of these pools have been decommissioned a long time ago, but there's still ADA stuck to them. So like I said, do check that out. I'll put links down below so you can check that out and see if your ADA is actually delegated to one of these pools. Now, this is pretty good news to wake up to, and this is an official MOU, or Memorandum of Understanding, between two behemoths in the Cardano space, Emurgo, one of the founding entities, and Iagon, doing all the decentralized storage and compute for the Cardano space. And this is going to lead to some really big announcements. I don't know what, but this is the start of a very good partnership between the two entities. So it feels like, in my opinion, Emurgo have essentially invested in Iagon. And that's the only way I can see it. Like, Emurgo is an investment commercialized entity, and they look for opportunities such as this. And I guess now Iagon has grown to the point where it's really caught the attention of Emurgo, and maybe they'll be investing in some of this decentralized storage, decentralized compute power that they're offering. Maybe they're participating within the ecosystem, not sure exactly. But overall, super bullish news for the Iagon team. I can't wait to find out exactly what's going on there. Now, has that affected Iagon's token price or anything? Not really. If anything, people are selling and taking profits. Maybe it's shot up in that 3.21%, and then now they're taking profits off the top there for those people that bought in at that time. So it hasn't really affected the price too much. I guess we need to actually see what that announcement will be, that partnership, whatever it might be, between Emurgo and Iagon. But this one here was interesting. I just caught my attention here. Titan suddenly creeping up the charts here. I haven't really looked into Titan before, and I haven't really noticed it. Let me just click on this link here. Redefining digital collectibles through art gamification and passive rewards. Enter app. Okay. This is something I need to look. Oh, House of Titans. Ah. Okay. I did hear a lot about House of Titans moving. I think they're doing the whole strongholds here. Yeah, that's right. They're doing the crypto mining side of things. So they've invested a considerable amount of funds towards acquisition of BTC miners, Bitcoin miners. So they'll be going through and using their resources, their funds that they've collected through minting their PFPs and NFTs to buy these Bitcoin miners and then give those rewards to the stakers. So House of Titans. Wow, that was a big jump. That was a fast big jump. It looks like they've purchased a bunch of Iagon nodes and started running them as well. So this is really exciting. So great to see more players jump into the space there, and doing quite well in terms of price performance and action there. So nice, very, very, very nice, guys. This next news update is really good for the traders out there. And this is from Botty. This is a new project that's just popped out of essentially nowhere. They've been around for a couple of months, but it's just come onto my radar at the moment. And they're providing a trading bot that is trading with BTC, ADA, and DOGE. I thought this was interesting because Go Maestro is one of the projects out there, an API service that provide access to all of those networks. So maybe they're building a trading bot based on the Go Maestro API, and you know that would just make sense to me here. So you can see from the pop-up here, Bitcoin, Cardano, Doge, it all makes sense. So it might be something that they're leveraging, and I'll be pretty excited to see that because the Go Maestro API is very extensive. It's really good. We try to extend our own plugins and stuff to Go Maestro, but it was a little bit hard to do. We might have to build new aspects around it to make it actually happen. But you know, if there's a demand for it, I will. But at the moment, not so much. But keep your eyes out for this one. This Botty Telegram bot is going to be quite interesting to see how it all works and be able to automate your trades through these 3 networks. So I'm pretty excited about that one. Now, this was a big announcement from the Anzens team, and I thought this was brilliant. They're using Bitgo as their custodial partner for their digital assets. So whatever digital assets are going through their platform, maybe it's the USDA itself, and that is going to really strengthen the backbone infrastructure for USDA in general. So I really like this collaboration here. You can go through the press release here and dig into it a little bit more if you want, but I don't have time to dig through it in this particular news update, so I'll put links down below for you guys so you can find out a little bit more about this particular announcement here. Another really big announcement is the sponsorship from Binance for the Cardano Summit this year. This was a massive headline, I think. Binance, as everyone knows, it's the behemoth in the crypto industry, and to have them on board at the Cardano Summit is a really big deal. We've had other really big players, other big exchanges come and sponsor previous years. Whitebit was the major exchange sponsor from last year, but having Binance this year really, really takes it up a level, and I can't wait to see what this fireside chat will be all about. Will this mean Cardano native tokens will be listed on Binance? I don't know, but this is the big question. And I think everyone at this event will be asking, begging, and pleading to have Cardano native tokens listed on the exchange. Now, I know there are a lot of requirements in terms of liquidity, trading volume, users to be able to be listed on Binance, but I really think if they just negate some of those and get a bunch of tokens listed together in a big batch, it'll be more cost effective for them and really showcase and highlight some of these Cardano projects and drive that volume, transaction, and trading through the platform itself and open up Cardano to a lot more users in general. I always thought that this was a bit of a barrier for entry for a lot of people. You need to have these tokens on the various centralized exchanges to be able to open up a decentralized network such as Cardano. So I really hope this does open up Cardano native tokens to Binance, because it's going to mean a huge amount of inflows of users for these various projects that do make it on there. Fingers crossed, guys. We'll find out more at the Cardano Summit in a couple of weeks. Now, while I'm talking about the Cardano Summit, I might as well give it a plug here. You can get to more information about it at summit.cardano.org/registration. This is all the ticketing information that you can access here. The gala dinners are already sold out. Now, this is the award ceremony and everything around that. And this has always been a highlight on the Cardano calendar. So if you could have gotten to a VIP access, that would have been absolutely amazing. But they still do have the standard access to the gala dinner as well as all the standard access for the summit and the VIP access too. So do check that one out. The summit is on the 23rd and 24th of October in Dubai. I'll put links down below. If you haven't checked this out yet, please do check that out. and plan your trip. It's coming very soon, so we're running out of time here. Now, one of the really cool things is that gala dinner. The award ceremony is a part of that dinner, and the voting for the Cardano Summit awards is up and running at the moment. I haven't put out my video for this, but it will appear on my other channel on how to go through and vote for the various people in the categories here. There's 9 different categories to choose from. There's a user guide and a how to vote guide there as well. But I am actually in here. I made it into the educational influencers category amongst Lido Nation, Gimba Labs, Farid, Cardano WoW, and there's myself there. So if you want to, if you're inclined to, if you enjoy my content and you think I bring value to the space, maybe you've learned something in the past, I would love for you guys to click on that and give me a vote. I'd really appreciate it. I'll put a link to the video tutorial that I'll put up on my other channel in the top right hand corner. Should appear over there somewhere, and a link down below. But you can vote for me if you like. But the competition here is brutal. They've put me in a really hard channel here, category, sorry, against Lido Nation, who constantly builds these tools out there that make Cardano easy. All the Catalyst tools, all the 1694 tools, I reference their work constantly. So, Lido Nation are providing valuable resources. Gimba Labs, they do all of these Plutus educational courses. They've got material on there. They show you how to write in Plutus smart contracts. They do live coding sessions every week. For developers in the space, Gimba Labs is like crucial. They produce so much content to help onboard more developers. And I think that's like hugely important in the educational space. Farid, he's killing it. Like every video he puts out there, it's like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 views with some absolutely killer content. So, Farid, if you don't want to vote for me, vote for Farid. Like he's absolutely killing it in the space at the moment. And then Whale, Cardano Whale. Oh my God. One tweet from the Whale and you get like 600,000 likes on a particular post. So, Whale's very influential and educates the entire Cardano ecosystem of what's happening in the space. There's so much that he posts and so much I reference from his posts as well. So it's a lot of value there. So stiff competition here, guys. Thank you for nominating me, whoever nominated. But it's going to be very hard to even compete amongst any of these peers. So thank you again, and I'll put links down below if you do want to vote. Now, PyCardano, I think, is one of those tools that's hidden away at the moment, and it really needs a little bit more highlighting. PyCardano allows you to build all of this off-chain code and all this stuff in Python. Python's one of the biggest coding languages in the world. It is so widely popular, so easy to use. My friends use it to build trading bots, and they're highly successful. And having PyCardano as a tool out there for Python developers to write Cardano dApps, smart contracts, and so on is crucial. And I'll put links down below for you guys. So if you want to learn a little bit more about PyCardano, you can do so. There's a lot of tutorials out there as well. But Charlie 3 is one of the big projects out there that is using PyCardano. From what I understand, their entire stack is all written in that Python-based code, from their smart contracts to their backend off-chain code. All of that's done with Python. So it's a very powerful tool. Charlie 3, amazing Oracle service, delivering a lot of value to the Cardano space using this. So it's a proof in the pudding, as they say. So check out PyCardano if you are a developer and you want to build some really cool stuff within the Cardano space. It's probably a really easy way to get into it, considering Python is the base. And if you know Python, you'll be able to pick this stuff up really easily. So links down below for you guys if you want to check that one out. Now, FluidTokens is a project that I always absolutely love. And you guys know, if you watch me regularly, I'm constantly talking about FluidTokens. I'm a FluidToken ambassador. I hold a lot of FluidTokens. And anything they do has brought huge value to the Cardano space and also the Bitcoin space. But we are now voting on or how we are going to be rewarded from the platform in terms of its fees. And will we, one, get ADA rewards, or should we get ADA plus wrapped BTC? That's a hard decision. I like them both. I like Bitcoin and I like Cardano. So I'm torn here. But if you are a FluidToken holder, you can voice your opinion here and vote in this platform. Now, the summon platform that they're using is fantastic and it's really easy to use. But there's just one little trick. If you're using a hardware wallet, make sure you tick this and you'll be signing the transactions or voting with a transaction itself. So it works in a slightly different way because they haven't set this up for signed data or message signing with SIP 8 standard for those that understand that. But you need to sign for a transaction if you're using a hardware wallet. So it works in a slightly different way, but it's still fairly easy to use. Just don't forget to tick that particular options, toggle that option, I should say, and you'll be able to get into the platform and start voting. So that's just the little trick. Thought I'd let you guys know so you're not scratching your heads wondering why I can't use the platform. Now, talking about SIP 8, that message signing, our latest version of our CardanoPress plugin is now on the WordPress plugin directory. So you can get to it at the plugin directory. This is what it looks like here. And this is the latest version. We just updated a day ago, version 1.21. And this includes this SIP 8 integration for message signing. Now, the way it works is you click on the website and you log in with your wallet. It'll give that prompt, it'll load up a particular prompt. You can choose which wallet you want to log into with, and then you need to just sign a message afterwards. Now, this is an extra layer of authentication because previously you could get onto the platform with a wallet, but you're not proving that it's you. So someone else could log on to your computer and click on your wallet, log into the website and start doing things. So having this extra layer of protection on there and requiring you to enter in that password, that wallet password with your private key, proves that it's you and that you're allowed to access the contents of that website, whatever it might be. And that's what CardanoPress does. It gives you access to gated content. So you can build a WordPress website, have a huge members area, but only allow in people that are delegated to your stake pool or hold a particular token or hold a particular NFT. So it's really cool what that can do, but now it also gives you that extra layer of security by forcing you to sign that message within your wallet as you connect. So if you do want that, check that one out, put links down below. It also comes packed with a bunch of other security updates as well. So the last two updates were all about security and adding in those extra layers of security for the plugin itself. So I'm really happy with the particular release. If you are building something on CardanoPress, let me know. I've got something planned for Fund 13 of Project Catalyst. Now, recently we've had a lot of interoperability between EVM wallets to Cardano. So we've had MetaMask snaps, we've had NuFi integrate in a bunch of cool features there as well. And now we have the beginnings of something else, EVM wallets controlled by your Cardano wallet. So this allows users that are native Cardano users to go out and explore other ecosystems. That's pretty cool. Will I use that and start exploring Polygon or Arbitrum or whatever it is? Maybe I will. It gives me the extra layer of flexibility to be able to move assets around, especially if we are looking into more USDC and USDT, which is everywhere across different ecosystems. So being able to use my Cardano wallet, grab some USDC from BNB chain, for example, and move it over to Cardano and not have to fire up my MetaMask wallet or anything like that, I think is a really good user experience. There's a lot of issues with MetaMask. You know, a lot of people do use it, but there are issues with it that I really don't like. But having it this way may be really cool. I'd love to see the experience here, and then I'll be able to update you guys about it a little bit more. So keep your eyes on what the Mynth guys are building. It's always interesting to see what they have in their pipeline. It's a different way of thinking about things in the Cardano space and different ways of getting liquidity across different ecosystems. So Mynth, keep an eye on them. They're doing some really cool stuff. Now this is going to be cool. DexHunter V2, a full redesign of the platform is coming. Don't know what's coming exactly. There's little teasers at the moment, so we will have to wait and see. But DexHunter is already a fantastic DEX aggregator, improving the UI and everything else around that as well. Brilliant. Can't wait to see what they have. Now, this is a project that just came onto my radar, and it's Bodega. Bodega, I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's a prediction market that's coming to the space. Now, in one of my videos last week, I talked about Forian, and they are building a prediction market on Cardano, and they're progressing quite well. They'll have a test net within a month or so, and it's going to be really good to see that come into play. I also talked about the poly markets and how big they have gotten at the moment. Poly markets is massive. And yes, it's essentially gambling. You can bet on a yes/no outcome of a particular question, such as who will be the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. And then you place your bet on that, and based on the outcome, you will get the value from the losing side, and it'll be paid out to the winning side. So it's essentially a bet, a yes or no bet, and it's huge at the moment. And it's one of the biggest aspects of crypto. I think the Poly Markets team had over $1 billion US dollars worth of votes within their platform. So it's a huge market, huge platform, and it's caught the attention of a lot of external investors as well. So this is good. It is good for a Cardano to have these type of options. It's always like worries me about these EVM platforms, which may have vulnerabilities in their smart contracts. I know these are very simple smart contracts, so yes, no, whatever it is. But I'm always worried about those particular aspects and having all the liquidity that's locked up in those smart contracts completely drained. So I know Cardano smart contracts have a fantastic reputation of being completely hackless at the moment. So I'm more so inclined to trust a platform that's built with Cardano smart contracts compared to EVM smart contracts. And this one here, Bodega, public testnet coming this October. So sometime this month, we'll see this platform come online and we'll see what it's all about. Now, this is an update from a Cardano Summit community event in Buenos Aires. ADA Solar have always done some awesome things in Argentina in regards to hackathons and various events out there. And they're holding their Cardano Summit community event on the 18th of October this year. But they have a few special guests, including Charles Hoskinson. So if you're in the area and can't make it to the Cardano Summit, this is probably the event that you want to be at. So the Cardano Summit in Buenos Aires, anyone in that LATAM area, that South America area, should be able to get to that, hopefully, and attend a mini Cardano Summit event in the South America region. So that's going to be really exciting to see. Now, I don't know what's actually coming out of this particular meeting between Charles and the president of Argentina, but it's going to be huge if it does fall into place where the Argentinian government have agreed to use the Cardano blockchain for various aspects of their government, such as voting, such as digital identities. That's going to be absolutely massive if that is the case. I don't think there is any other country that has adopted a blockchain to actually do those particular things. And having that in place is going to be absolutely huge. The current population of Argentina is 46.23 million. Of course, not all of them will be voting or have a digital identity, but a large majority of them would have some sort of access to that. Of course, there's quite a long time to onboard users as well. But it is a massive amount of users, even if it's like 10 million people that get onboarded with digital identities. It's going to be massive. I really am looking forward to seeing what comes out of this particular announcement between Charles and the president there. So we'll see. But if you can make it to this particular Cardano Summit event in Buenos Aires, I highly recommend that you do. I'll put links down below for you guys. So if you do want to attend, you can find out more information there. Now, another really big event that I should talk about here is the Intersect annual meeting. And this will be held in Mexico this year. And it will be held on the 17th of October. So if you're a jet setter, go to this event, attend for the day, get on a plane that evening and fly out and land in Buenos Aires on the 18th. and you'll be able to attend these two particular really big pillar events. If you do want to attend this one, the registration is up already on Luma. I'll put links down below for you guys. It is a request to join though, so they're only allowing a certain amount of people into this one here. So far, there's only about 5 registrations, so it's still quite early in regards to this one here. But if you're interested, if you want to attend this big governance event, this annual member meeting, please attend that. It's going to be quite interesting to see what type of conversations come out of this one as well. Again, I wish I could attend these events, but it's just a little bit too far away, a little bit too costly for me. Now, another aspect around Intersect is their call for members of the board. And there have been a lot of really good candidates that have been put onto that final selection process. One of them is Chris O here. He's been really vocal around the governance side of things. We also have Tiago here, who is also a fellow Cardano ambassador, but he's been putting together a lot of really cool things in regards to the Cardano space in general. And you know, he's up for voting in this particular election too. And we also have Adam Roosh, which I think is a huge contributor in regards to governance on Cardano. And he's been doing a lot of things in the space. But you know, there's just three people that I'm highlighting here. And there's a lot more people that I haven't highlighted, but a lot of these people contribute so much to Cardano. There's names here that you probably never even heard of, but I did have a look at some of the profiles of these people and how they contributed to the space. Anastasia Polozova here is applying to be on the board, and she has contributed to 888 Catalyst proposal reviews. So she's worked in that Catalyst reviewer part of the space. She's a very big, prominent person in the Russian speaking community. And she has done a lot of work in the governance side of things in terms of Catalyst. I looked up her profile and just wondering who she is. And yeah, she's a big contributor amongst all these other people here that I've had interactions with over the years. So it's really good to see that some of these people are stepping up for this particular role. From what I understand, it's actually a volunteer role. You don't get paid for it either. Good luck to any of them here that are going for this. It's going to be a lot of hard work for very little financial reward. But in terms of steering the future of Cardano, I think it's a very big impact. So it's really good to see that all these highly skilled and prominent people in this space have stepped forward to try and help the future of Cardano. Now, if I didn't mention your name, please don't be offended. There's just a lot of people to go through here. And I just pointed out those couple that I had easy access to in regards to the profiles and what was put on Twitter. So if you do put something out on Twitter, please do tag me and I'll put it in a future update before the voting of this particular board seats selection has ended. Now, I'll leave you guys here with two really big updates from two wallets here. This one here is with Keystone and Vespr. They've finally done their integration between the hardware wallet and the mobile app. And now you can actually sign the transactions with your Keystone wallet. Check this out here. Scan. And that would verify that transaction on the Keystone device. There you go. Everything there looks good. And then you just slide over that little thing to confirm. Fingerprint scanner and then the transaction signing here. And then you can scan it back onto the mobile wallet and you're done. So, you know, this is really cool. I absolutely love what Keystone have built here with their particular hardware wallet with the scanning of those QR codes. And Vespr have integrated that in, making it so much easier now to have a mobile experience for this. And it really works well on mobile. I've tried this myself. Absolutely love the experience. So do check this one out here. Vespr, awesome stuff. Keystone, awesome stuff as well. Now, this is an update from Begin Wallet, and this is onboarding users at the Cardano Codex. So this is one of the events held across India, and they're connecting. Here we go. We're scanning particular wallet addresses here and then transferring tokens, NFTs, whatever it might be. So this is another really good user experience, all on mobile, and I really think this is the way. So two absolutely big behemoths in the space in regards to mobile user experience. Vespr, Begin Wallet, huge thumbs up for you guys. Keep building. You're doing some awesome stuff. And that's all I have for you guys in this particular update. There was a lot there to go through. I hadn't done an update in about a week's time, so hence there's a lot here to go through. But if you enjoyed it, as usual, give me that thumbs up. Really appreciate you guys if you do. Hit that subscribe button, click on the notification bell. And to all of the channel members itself, thank you so much for buying me a coffee. It really, really does keep me going and keeps that coffee flowing as well. The more coffee I have, the more content I can create for you guys. So thank you so much for all the channel members as well. I'll see you guys in the next video.